So we have finally gotten the patch date for patch 5.3, and so it is going to be Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. And so there is actually a post that goes into detailing exactly what's going on and why the date got pushed back. Ultimately, due to the coronavirus, the date was originally slotted to be June 16th. They were initially planning to put it in, however, July, but just due to the complexities of different aspects such as the next Yorha raid, as well as the resistance weapons content, which is this expansion's relic weapon, they decided to push it back to August 11th. And so if that is all you wanted to hear, August 11th, 2020, yay! But now I'm gonna start going into a little bit more details on here. And so for me, I actually am very happy that they are actually looking at having more of a mantra of quality over just pushing deadlines, because you know what, after playing MMORPGs for so many years, it is so discouraging when you wait a little while for something, and yeah, it might come on time, but it's half-baked. It's just like, I know that some people will disagree with me, but it's like if you go to a restaurant and then you order something like a really fancy lunch or a really fancy dinner, and you're just like, okay, I can either wait 5 minutes more, relative, I know that this is like a month more, but 5 minutes more, and then my steak is really well done. And I don't necessarily mean well done steaks, because I know a lot of people are going to say it ruins it. But you know what I mean. It's just like, I'd rather wait a little bit more for things to be a little bit more decadent, a little bit more polished and refined. And I think that we got a little bit of a taste of this actually last expansion. So we already have heard a few details that I've covered in past videos about how this content might be kind of Eureka styled instances, as well as some options to get the rewards outside of that. And for me, I'm just going to be honest, Stormblood is an expansion where I honestly just went to housing and crafting exclusively. Well, gathering of course too, but I did the weapons. Obviously you can see I have the Scholar book. Obviously if you check out the Summoner video, you can see I have the Summoner book. And you can see if you go into my house that I am actually working on and designing right now, that obviously I have the Rika armor sets. But I can say flat out, Heavensward relics, I've ran so many. Like, I have the Astrologian, I have the Paladin, I have the Dark Knight, I have blah 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 blah. I ran that content like crazy, and I loved it. Stormblood, however, I honestly don't know if someone could pay me to go back into that content. And it's not to say that the idea was bad, because I think that the idea was fundamentally really cool. I think that it was really cool, actually. But it just didn't hit that sweet spot. It was like there were a lot of really good ideas that just didn't mesh together so well. So when I think about them taking a little bit more time to refine and polish that content, my gut reaction is, oh my god, just take until October if you need to. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, being like, oh, I'm bored, I want to do more, I want to do more. Trust me, I want to do more too. And mind you, I have a lot to do still, and likewise, I mean, people just like new content, new story, and that is what I mean. Like, there's so much to do in this game, but I'd rather truly wait for something that is really refined and polished than just rush out the next patch just so that everyone's happy. I mean, sure, you might be happy for like a few hours, but I mean, if it turns out to be Eureka 2.0, but Eureka 4.0 in reality, I mean, people will be like really bummed out. And I meant 5.3, Eureka 5.3. I really don't want to go into I don't want to say half-baked content, because it wasn't, but just content, I really just hope that it is more fleshed out, more enjoyable. And I mean, there's a lot of people that enjoyed it, but I can say, looking back on Eureka, the aspects that I enjoyed the most, flat out, was the socialization aspects. I liked going in Eureka Animos, so literally the first one, and I liked just going in NM trains, and it was very social. I liked the social elements. I didn't like the content. And I mean, it took me a while to realize, oh, I'm just here doing this because I really like the social elements, and likewise, it just kind of fizzled out from there. But in terms of patch 5.3, basically we're gonna have to wait for more information on like what's gonna be in there and stuff until like later interviews and stuff. They said that there's gonna be a few interviews, like a letter for the producer live on Wednesday, July 22nd. And so we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer and get all of that information then. I'm actually really excited and really nervous for it. But just as a quick rundown, just for anyone that might be interested, usually when we're in like this kind of patch, it's not going to be a new Savage Raid tier because we're usually in the Savage Raid right now. Like usually it's going to be like 5.0, 5.2, 5.4, and then it's going to go into next expansion, is how we've been following it formulaically so far. So we're going to be looking at things like Alliance Raids. We are potentially looking at upgrades to Blue Mage. There are rumors and speculation that we might be looking at like a Beastmaster limited job. We're looking at potentially things like Manderville questline expansions, maybe. I haven't heard anything concrete on that. And just overall boosting a lot of systems in the game. And I'm hoping lots of housing items. I think that they made mention of a weapon holster, but overall we're gonna have to wait and see. Anyhow, that is all for this video. I know it's kind of short, but I want to get out the good news to everyone. We finally have a date for 5.3. I'm excited. So book off your weeks off holidays at work, unless you're laid off like me. It feels bad. But Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. Save the date. And as always, any likes and subscribes are incredibly appreciated. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Take care and have a fantastic day.